How to make your trip memorable without breaking the bank? Hello, and welcome to our channel. In this video, we'll be discussing how to make your trip memorable without breaking the bank. Traveling is an exciting experience, but it can be challenging to plan a trip while being mindful of your budget. However, with a few tips and tricks, you can travel to your dream destination without worrying about your finances. Tip number 1, plan ahead. The first and most crucial tip is to plan ahead. Research your destination, create a budget, and stick to it. Determine what your priorities are for the trip in terms of accommodation, food, transportation, and entertainment. By doing so, you can identify areas where you can save costs without compromising on the quality of your trip. Tip number 2, choose your traveling season wisely. Choosing the right season to travel can impact the overall cost of your trip. Traveling in peak season can make everything more expensive, from flight tickets to accommodation and food. On the other hand, traveling off-peak can be much cheaper, and you will avoid the crowds. Tip number 3, find affordable accommodation. Accommodation can be one of the most expensive parts of a trip. However, it's possible to find affordable and comfortable accommodation options. Look for accommodation options that fit your budget, such as hostels or Airbnb options. Also, consider staying outside the city center, as these areas often offer better prices. Tip number 4, use public transport. Transportation can also be costly, especially if you rely on taxis or rental cars. Instead, use public transport like buses, trains, and subways, which are usually much cheaper. You can also look for bike rental options, which are often more affordable than taxis or rental cars. Tip number 5, try local street food. Eating out in restaurants can add up quickly, especially in popular tourist areas. Instead, opt for local street food, which can be both delicious and affordable. Also, consider cooking some of your meals in your accommodation using local produce, which can be less expensive than eating out. Tip number 6, find free activities. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun while traveling. Look for free activities and attractions such as walking tours, museums that offer free entry, parks, and hiking trails. You can also explore neighborhoods and experience the local culture without paying anything by attending local events and festivals. Tip number 7, avoid tourist traps. Tourist traps are often designed to catch tourists and make them spend more money than necessary. Try to avoid these places and instead explore areas that are off the beaten path. You'll often find that these areas offer a more authentic experience at a much lower price. That's it for today's video on how to make your trip memorable without breaking the bank. By planning ahead, choosing the right season, finding affordable accommodation, using public transport, trying local street food, finding free activities, and avoiding tourist traps, you can enjoy a fun, stress-free trip without worrying about your finances. We hope these tips will come in handy on your next adventure. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more travel-related content.